Good morning, students. Today we will discuss another new chapter, that is biological classification. Biological classification. Biology means study of living organisms. Classification. So classification of living organisms is called biological classification. So biological classification is the scientific procedure to classify the organisms into different groups based on their similarities or dissimilarities. Based on their similarities and dissimilarities. Based on their similarities and dissimilarities, the classification of organisms is known as biological classification. So biological classification is the scientific procedure to classify the living organisms based on their similarities or dissimilarities into different hierarchy of groups. And in this chapter we will discuss about characteristic features of various kingdoms like Monera, characteristics of Monera, characteristic features of kingdom Protista, and characteristic feature of kingdom Fungi. And in this chapter we will also discuss about kingdom Plant and Animalia, but that is in brief because these two kingdoms have separate chapters. So that's why in this chapter we will discuss in details of various characteristics and various classifications of these three kingdoms, Monera, Protista and Fungi. And now we will discuss about kingdom system of classifications. Kingdom system of classifications. Kingdom system of classifications. The initial classifications were very simple, or they are also based on one or two characters. The first scientific attempt to classify the organisms made by Aristotle, who is also known as father of biology and father of zoology. The first scientific system of classification was made by Aristotle. He classified both plants and animals. He classified initially the living organisms. Living organisms are usually two types. What are the two types? Plants and animals. And he classified plants into three groups. What are the three groups? Herbs, shrubs and trees. So based on height, he classified plants into herbs, shrubs and trees. Herbs, they are small plants. Shrubs, medium height plants. Tall plants are called trees. And he also classified animals into Anaima and Inanima. Anaima and Inanima. Anaima means without red blood cells. The organisms which do not possess red blood cells, and all these organisms are categorized in the group Anaima. And Inaima, the organisms which possesses red blood cells. The organisms which possesses red blood cells, they are placed under Inaima. So Aristotle was the first scientist to classify the organisms with proper scientific manner. He classified animals into Anaima and Inaima. Anaima without RBC, Inaima with RBC. And he also classified plants into herbs, shrubs and trees. But all this classification is based on only one or two characters. If you observe plants classification, here he considered only height of the plants. Here presence or absence of RBC. So one or two characters, he classified all the living organisms into various groups. But this was the first scientific manner of classification. So later there are different kingdoms proposed by various scientists. The first one is two kingdom classification. Two kingdom classification. So two kingdom classification, it was proposed by Carolus Linnaeus. So Linnaeus later classified all the living organisms into two kingdoms. So what are the two kingdoms? Kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. So all the living organisms classified into two kingdoms by Carolus Linnaeus. He is also known as father of taxonomy. And what is the criteria used by Linnaeus to classify all the living organisms into two kingdoms like plant and animalia? Plant and animalia. So the criteria, what is the criteria? Presence or absence of saliva, then locomotion means movement, and response to external stimuli, presence or absence of contractile vacuole, and mode of nutrition. So it is the criteria for two kingdom classification. And if you observe the characteristic feature of both plant and animalia, first one is cell wall. Cell wall present in plant kingdom and absent in animal. Then locomotion absent in kingdom plant, it is present in animal. So response to external stimuli, slow in kingdom plant, fast in kingdom animalia. And contractile vacuole, so usually absent and present. Next, nutrition, they do not eat and these organisms are eat. So these are some of the important characteristic feature of both kingdom plant and kingdom animalia according to Carolus Linnaeus. But this is the criteria to classify all the living organisms into two kingdoms, kingdom plant and kingdom animal. But this two kingdom classification, the two kingdom system of classification, it do not differentiate it, or it do not distinguish, this system of classification or Linnaeus do not distinguish between unicellular and multicellular organisms. Unicellular and multicellular organisms, and eukaryotic organisms and prokaryotic organisms. Eukaryotic and prokaryotic. Eukaryotic means presence of true nucleus, absence of true nucleus. Next, photosynthetic and non-photosynthetic organisms. So this system of classification do not distinguish between all the three different types of organisms. That's why, so this kingdom is replaced by, this system of classification replaced by another system of classification. According to two kingdom system of classification, some organisms like Chlamydomonas, Chlamydomonas euglena and slime molds. These organisms, they possess characters of both kingdom plant and animal. That's why they do not find place in either system of classification. So these are some of the important drawbacks of two kingdom system of classification. This system of classification is not differentiated. So what are unicellular, what are multicellular, and what is eukaryotic and what is prokaryotic, and what are photosynthetic and what are non-photosynthetic organisms. The kingdom plant possesses both unicellular and multicellular, photosynthetic, non-photosynthetic, eukaryotic and prokaryotic. Similarly, the kingdom animalia also possesses all the three different types. That's why it is not applicable to another or modern system of classifications. That's why two kingdom system of classification is replaced by another system of classification. So next, another system of classification, that is three kingdom system of classification. Three kingdom system of classification. Three kingdom system of classification was proposed by Ernest Haeckel. Then three kingdom classification, Ernest Haeckel, he separated all unicellular organisms. And proposed new kingdom, that is kingdom Protista. So kingdom Protista includes all unicellular organisms. And next, plant and animal. So according to Ernest Haeckel, the three kingdoms are kingdom Protista, kingdom Plantae, kingdom Animal. Kingdom Protista includes unicellular organisms, Plantae includes plants, Animalia includes animals. But here also there are different types of drawbacks. That's why next another scientist proposed another system of classification, that is four kingdom classification. And four kingdom classification proposed by Copeland. It was proposed by Copeland. Then Copeland created and he separated all unicellular prokaryotic organisms and created new kingdom, that is kingdom Monera. According to Copeland, all living organisms are classified into four kingdoms. So what are the four kingdoms? Kingdom Monera. So kingdom Monera was created by Copeland. Kingdom Protista, again kingdom Plantae, and kingdom Animalia. So these are the four kingdoms. So kingdom Monera includes all unicellular prokaryotes. So this is the four kingdom system of classification. And finally, five kingdom classification. So in NCERT textbook we will discuss the characteristic feature of Protista, Monera and fungi of five kingdom system of classification. According to five kingdom system of classification. And finally, this is five kingdom classification. So five kingdom classification, this was proposed by American taxonomist R.H. Whitaker. He proposed or he classified all the living organisms into five kingdoms. For classification, the criteria, what is the criteria used by R.H. Whitaker? The criteria for five kingdom classification, that is cell structure based on thallus organization, based on mode of nutrition, next reproduction, and finally phylogenetic relationships. Phylogenetic relationships means evolutionary relationships based on cell structure, thallus organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction and phylogenetic relationships. R.H. Whitaker classified all the living organisms into five kingdoms. Cell structure, which kind of cell structure? Cell wall present or absent? Which kind of cell? Eukaryotic or prokaryotic? Next, thallus organization. What is thallus? Undifferentiated plant body. The plant body do not possesses true roots, true stems and true leaves. Such type of plant body is called thallus. So which kind of thallus organization present? Which type of nutrition? Autotrophic or heterotrophic? If heterotrophic, that is saprophytic, parasitic or holozoic. Then reproduction, asexual reproduction or sexual reproduction. If asexual reproduction, then what is its type? If sexual reproduction, which kind of sexual reproduction? And what are their evolutionary relationships? So based on all these characters, R.H. Whitaker classified all the living organisms into five kingdoms. So what are the five kingdoms? Kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae, kingdom Animalia. So kingdom Monera includes unicellular prokaryotes. Kingdom Protista, it includes all unicellular eukaryotes. Kingdom Fungi, multicellular heterotrophic eukaryotic organisms. Multicellular heterotrophs, they depends on other organisms. And eukaryotic, true nucleus present. Then Plantae, multicellular autotrophic eukaryotic organisms. Animalia, multicellular heterotrophic and eukaryotic organisms. So all these kingdoms, they consist this kind of organisms. And now we will discuss about characteristics of five kingdoms. Some important characters. Which type of characters present? Which type of characteristics present in? Main characteristics present in all the five kingdoms. This is character. These are the five kingdoms: Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia. Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. So these are the five kingdoms of R.H. Whittaker. The first character is cell type. Which kind of cell present in all these kingdoms? In kingdom Monera, the cell is prokaryotic. Prokaryotic means true nucleus absent. In all these conditions, the cell is eukaryotic. Eukaryotic cell. Eukaryotic cell means true nuclear organization present. Simply true nucleus present, true nucleus absent. In kingdom Monera, all the organisms are prokaryotes. So without nucleus. In kingdom Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia, in cells, true nucleus present, hence they are called eukaryotes or eukaryotic. Next, cell wall. Second character is cell wall. In kingdom Monera, cell wall is present. Cell wall is present, but the cell wall is non-cellulosic. The cell wall is non-cellulosic. Usually polysaccharides and amino acids are present. Non-cellulosic means cell wall is not made up of cellulose. Here the cell wall present, it is present in some organisms and absent in some of the organisms. Here cell wall present but without cellulose. Here also in kingdom Fungi also the cell is made up of chitin, not cellulose. Here cell wall present with cellulose. In only kingdom Plantae the cell wall is made up of cellulose. Here the cell wall is totally absent. That is the main differences between animals and plants. Presence or absence of cell wall. Next, nuclear organization. Nuclear organization. Here they are nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane is usually absent. Here present, here present, here present, here present. Means nucleus, true nucleus present, here true nucleus absent. That's why nuclear membrane absent, nuclear membrane present, nuclear membrane present, nuclear membrane present, and kingdom Animalia also nuclear membrane is present. Next, mode of nutrition. Nutrition. Here the nutrition is both autotrophic and heterotrophic. Autotrophic and heterotrophic. Autotrophic both photosynthetic and chemosynthetic. Here heterotrophic, saprophytic and parasitic. Here also autotrophic and heterotrophic. Here totally heterotrophic. In heterotrophic they are saprophytic and parasitic. Here also, here totally autotrophic. They make their food through photosynthesis. Here all organisms are heterotrophic and mainly holozoite type. So these are the some of the important characteristic features of all the five kingdoms of R.H. Whittaker. Here in earlier system of classifications before R.H. Whittaker, the earlier system of classifications included all the organisms like algae, bacteria, blue-green algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms. All these organisms are placed under kingdom here algae. They are placed under category of plants. So before R.H. Whittaker, all these organisms are placed under plants. That only reason all these organisms are placed under this category, that is due to presence of cell wall on their cells. Algae, bacteria, blue-green algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms, all these organisms possesses cell wall. So due to presence of cell wall, all these organisms are placed under plants. But all these organisms, they are different other characters. But no one is considered that type of differences between all these organisms, but due to presence of only cell wall, all the organisms are placed under this group. But these organisms are differ in so many characters. For example, these two, bacteria and blue-green algae. Bacteria and blue-green algae, both these organisms, they are prokaryotes. They are prokaryotes, and remaining algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, they are eukaryotes. So prokaryotes means two nucleus absent, eukaryotes means two nucleus present. Then also they are placed under only one group. So that is the main drawback. And one more thing, here bacteria and blue-green algae, the cell wall possesses non-cellulosic. But all these characters, the cell wall possesses cellulose. And one more difference is fungi. So fungi is usually heterotrophic. They depends on others, but remaining organisms are autotrophs. And these organisms, bacteria, blue-green algae and algae, they are unicellular. But these organisms like pteridophytes, gymnosperms, all these organisms are multicellular. Then also they are under one group. So that is also one of the drawback. And here the cell wall of fungi and the cell wall of plants also differ. Composition of cell wall. The fungal cell wall is made up of chitin, and the plant cell wall is made up of cellulose. That's why R.H. Whittaker separate fungi and created new kingdom, that is kingdom fungi. And according to R.H. Whittaker, so kingdom Monera. So he classified all the living organisms into 5 kingdoms. What are the 5 kingdoms? Kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, fungi, plantae, animal. So kingdom Monera. So kingdom Monera possesses all unicellular prokaryotes. And kingdom Protista includes unicellular eukaryotes. And fungi, all fungi, plantae, all plants, animalia, all animals. That's why kingdom Protista, it captured some organisms like chlorella and Spirogyra, chlorella and chlamydomonas. These two organisms belongs to kingdom Protista, but earlier these two organisms are placed under algae. Before 5 kingdom classification, chlorella and chlamydomonas, they are under algae. But according to 5 kingdom system of classification, chlorella and chlamydomonas belongs to kingdom Protista. Like Paramecium and Euglena, these two are also belongs to kingdom Protista. But earlier, before 5 kingdom system of classification, these two are placed under kingdom Animalia. But these 4 organisms, chlorella, chlamydomonas, Paramecium and Euglena, they are unicellular eukaryotes. So according to R.H. Whittaker, all unicellular organisms should be under kingdom Protista. So they are also unicellular eukaryotes, but they are placed under various groups. That's why 5 kingdom system of classification placed all these organisms under kingdom Protista. That's why 5 kingdom system of classification is more advanced than remaining system of classification. So after 5 kingdom classification, there is also another system of classification, that is 6 kingdom classification. But in NCERT, we will discuss all the characteristics of all kingdoms according to 5 kingdom classification. And 6 kingdom classification was proposed by Carl Weiss. So according to Carl Weiss, he classified all the living organisms into 6 kingdoms. What are the 6 kingdoms? Kingdom Archaea and kingdom Monera, but remaining are single: Protista, fungi, plantae, and 6th one is animal. So these are the 6 kingdoms according to Carl Weiss. Actually, Archaebacteria also belongs to, according to five kingdom system of classification, Archaebacteria also belongs to kingdom Monera. But bacteria usually two types, Archaebacteria and Eubacteria. And the cell wall of Archaebacteria and Eubacteria differ in their composition. So in Archaebacteria, the cell wall is made up of peptidoglycans. Peptidoglycans, and the cell membrane is made up of branched lipid chains. But in Eubacteria, the cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan in case of Monera. But in Archaebacteria, the cell wall is made up of polysaccharides. The cell wall of Archaebacteria made up of polysaccharides, and the cell membrane of Archaebacteria made up of branched lipid chains. But in kingdom Monera, the cell wall is made up of peptidoglycans. The cell wall composition of both Archaebacteria and members of Monera differ. That's why Carl Lewis separated Archaebacteria from Monera and created a new kingdom, that is kingdom Archaea. So kingdom Archaea includes Archaebacteria. So Archaebacteria is one of the most ancient living organisms. And based on position of 16S ribosomal RNA genes in organisms, in all these kingdoms, then Carl Lewis found that all the 6 kingdoms, they are present in cluster of 3 domains. Domain is the higher hierarchy level. After kingdom, there is another obligatory category, that is domain. So according to Carl Lewis, all the 6 kingdoms based on 16S ribosomal RNA genes, all the 6 kingdoms, they are categorized into only 3 domains. What are the 3 domains? Domain Archaea, domain Prokaryota, and domain Eukaryote. So domain Archaea includes kingdom Archaea, domain Prokaryota includes kingdom Monera, and domain Eukaryote includes all the 4 kingdoms: Protista, fungi, plant, and animal. So this is a 6 kingdom classification. In the next video, we will discuss all these kingdoms one by